Hello and welcome to my shop here on April 10th. Another day where it's tough for me to come in this shop here and face this radio. It's really it's a beautiful sunny day outside. It's getting warm. What am I doing in here? I'm testing the tubes in this radio at this point. So one's out. That's the 50B5 tube, and it's in the tube tester. It's ready to go. Let's see if I can make it so you can see the pointer here. Let's try this. Okay, in a bit of darkness. Do a little more light on it. No shorts in this tube. I'm going to do the tube test. The 50B5 should rate 1220, should be about here, to pass. Any less than this tube tester is saying get rid of it. So here's where we got to get to. So it's well below the reject point. For sure this would, well, I can't be sure of anything, but almost certainly this would reduce the output of the radio. The radio's output is very low. Seems to have dropped low though, and that's too hot for me to touch right now. Let's keep going on some more tubes here. Okay, ready on on the next one. 12AT6. 780 is where this should come. So it should come to above my finger here. That's a good one. And there's a diode side here that we should test too, just to be sure. The way I remember it, all the tubes were good, but this output tube was weak. And that seems to be the case here. 01763. 01763. P000. P000. Oops. Let's try that again. Okay. Shorts. And we want to check a diode here, so we're pushing this. Diode's got to come above my finger here. Oh. And there's a P1, P2. Oh, both diodes in this tube are failing to reach the top. That's not good. Just double check everything here. 40. This is wrong. This is wrong. 45. 45 on the second test. There we are. Now we're up where we should be. Yeah. Okay. Tube is good. On to the next one. Okay, 12BA6 is next, and like I say, as I remember, these tubes tested really good. 12BA6. So this guy's good if he gets just above the 1,000 mark here. It's not very good. What's going on? Hold on here. What's happened? 10L. Signal level 4. 52763. 52763. 4120. 4120. 33. C. Oh, now it wants to work. Okay, so this is supposed to come up above above the 1,000 mark. It's not even halfway there. Huh. Well, I thought this was really good. So that's two weak tubes now. This is a really important tube to not be weak. Okay, that's 2 tubes. Uh-oh, somebody at my door. Who's there? Oh, it's him. Now, Peanut, what do you want? Yeah. That was a silent comment. He probably wants to go outside. Okay, we got one more tube to do here. The very first tube. But first... Okay, Peanut, here I come. Okay, last tube, 12BE6. So, just double checking here. 51763, 51763, 3000, 41. See, we're good to go. No shorts. This guy is good. It goes all the way over. It's got to go above halfway. It's right around halfway. So I don't think we can consider this tube to be well, it's not as bad as these guys. I think we'll start by replacing the 12BA6 and put these originals back in. We'll just do this kind of one tube at a time. So I have a potential replacement 12BA6 in there right now, and a good tube, or 960 is the reject point, so right around 1,000 here. I can see it's real close. Okay, so we're going to put this one in the radio and see how that works out. First, I'm going to operate the radio with the original tubes in it, and then we'll put this one in and see if there's any difference. I can't imagine this is going to help. And, you know, with the way things go, maybe I'll plug the radio in and it'll work today, as opposed to what happened yesterday. Okay, now, where are we set here? We are set okay. Switch is on. The volume is turned up slightly. Here we go. So it's supplied with 113 volts. So there's very little volume. So I would expect, you know, if the radio had any life in it, touching this would cause quite a change to come out of the speaker, but no. Okay, we'll switch this one too, and we'll see what happens. Original tube being placed over here. Okay, I won't forget now. Put this one in. We are. Okay, here we go. About the same volume level. Maybe slightly louder. Well, we have to do the output tube also. It's the only way to be sure of things. 50B5. Okay, so we think we've got a brand new 50B5 tube here. Well, it's very bright. So let's look. Shorts. None. 50B5. 1220. Above my finger. Wow, that's really glowing. Okay, so we'll put this in. That eliminates the 50B5 that's in there as being a problem. Okay, let's see. So once again, don't want to mix these up. So what's going over here with that one? There we go. Okay, ready to start. CBS tube. Now, before, to hear anything, I had to turn this volume right up. Let's see what happens this time. Same. It's the same thing. Okay, so what that's kind of proving is the misoperation is not due to a tube. I'm going to put the old tube back in here because this radio doesn't deserve a brand new output tube. And the old one made the same volume. So there's no reason to put a new one in. So something has happened to this radio. Now, while I was working on it, there was an intermittent problem which appeared for just a fraction of a second at a time. It would come and go very quickly. It never gave me any opportunity to investigate it at all. Perhaps that's the problem now that has settled in on the radio. So, next step, I'm trying to avoid taking it out of the cabinet, but I have the feeling if I take it out, I can put this tube in a lot easier. Yeah, I have to decide what I want. Yeah, let's leave it like that. Let's stop for now and ponder the next move. This radio's really getting long in the tooth. Okay, out of the cabinet again, and I have the replacement 12BA6 in there, the original 50B5 output tube, and this should be a 12BA6, right, a weak one here. Good. We're ready to try it. Now watch this. Watch this. How much you want to bet the radio's going to work when it's out here? Here we go. Volume up just a bit. So this whole antenna thing I did here, I didn't believe this would work at all. I just didn't think this could have had any capability of working, putting a capacitor to resonate the coil, and thinking that's going to, help maybe only one frequency, but look at the volume. Oh my God. What is different about it being here from there? Okay, let's just check out and see if we can actually pick up. Oh my gosh. Okay, you're hearing it. Lots of volume, actually. Good volume. Okay, I'm going to put this back in. We'll see what happens. I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, this I wouldn't normally try this, or I certainly wouldn't recommend it, but I'm going to have this radio operating while I put it back in the cabinet. Let's see, and just stood it up here. It happens to stand up. Let's just see if it works like this even. Now, one of the things is I have this plugged into a isolation transformer, so I can touch the chassis and not be too concerned about getting a shock relative to Earth. At least a big shock. Hello, radio. Are you already gone silent? It is. It's already silent. Just tipping it up. Well, what in heaven's name could that do? So the volume is, that's full. Okay, I'm going to turn it down a bit because I'm anticipating it coming on. I'm going to lay it down. Still not working. Whoa, that's progress. Okay, that's a hint. Maybe something up in this area here. Ooh. Some pretty stuff that's pretty close to shorting out here. I'm careful with what I wiggle. What is being stressed here? What is being pushed on? That So these are the wires going right up into the IF can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it this end? There's an unsoldered wire right there. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's take a look at that. This would be a wire not soldered in the factory. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. Okay, now I think probably I've got the autofocus on. Yeah, okay, so this might be a little difficult to get a look at. Okay. Get the radio operating here. This one. Look at. Unsoldered wire. Oh my gosh. Who would have thought that? Okay, so I'm going to solder that wire, and I think I can put the radio back in the cabinet, and she's all done. Wow. That's what I think. Quit while you're ahead. Okay, here we go again. Let's see what happens. Oh, I have to put on these knobs. Are. Okay. Power on. Okay, we'll switch on. A little light came on. I think you might have seen that briefly. It says Joule. Joule radio is what it says. I guess that's how you know the radio's on. In case you've turned the volume right down. Because you have to leave the radio plugged in all the time for the clock to run. They need some way of telling you the radio's on when the volume's down. Okay, volume up. Come on, radio. Come on, radio. Come on, radio. You're kidding me, aren't you? Come on. You gotta be kidding me. We're gonna break up into tears here. Okay, I'm carting this radio to another location. Just in case the problem is the location here, but I can't see how that's the case. Jeepers creepers, man. Of course, taking it into another room didn't do anything at all. What is going on with this radio? Tell me there's another connection that's not soldered in there. Okay, we're going to put the power is on. Here we go. I can't believe this didn't work. I cannot believe it. Believe it, Jim, it didn't work. Okay, must be warmed up by now. That's full volume. What when I soldered, did I short something out in there? Let's lay it down. How can it be? I mean, it was working great. Well, it was working. I fiddled with were these ones here. That's full volume. So the problem here is gone, isn't it? It's definitely soldered. Maybe the radio worked when this wire was disconnected. That can't be. It's going up into this transformer. You can't possibly have. Careful now, you're going to cause a short circuit. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to me? Okay. Doing a little signal injection here. Not much happening. How about over here? Put the old output tube back in. But it was allowed with that tube in there. Get a piece of wood. The only thing I did was solder that wire down solid. What are the chances? Maybe you're going to cause a short over here. It's just, there's nothing happening. Nothing happening. Come on. How can you do this to me? Okay, no volume. If I touch the, just change the output tube again, that's what I should do here. Try touching the grid of the output tube. Good luck. I don't know which one it is. Why am I doing this? This is probably here. Ooh, that's it. 50B5. I'm wondering if just the output tube is what's doing this now. But how could it have been loud a moment ago? It was plenty loud. 50B5. Grid is pin 7. Pin 7. That's this one. So I would expect a little crackle there, but maybe not. Got to replace that tube. That's really the only logical thing I can do next. Okay. What did I put it? I put it all away. I put it all away. I was so sure. Okay, brand new 50B5 in there. What I believe is a brand new 50B5. Volume's down right now. Turn it up a little bit. I don't expect this to be any different because it wasn't different last time. Same low volume. It's definitely not the output tube. Oh my. get this out here before it gets too hot to handle. Well, this is a fine mess I find myself in. Ooh, this is still warm. Pins are bent a little bit here. I have a pin straightener. What is going on with this radio? What has happened to it? I don't know. Just play it some more. For some reason. No volume. And all I did was solder a wire. Tell me, I gotta unsolder that wire and see if the radio's louder. The wire is going to, I think it's going to this tube. Makes no sense. Oh my gosh, this radio, really? Okay, let's try it out of the cabinet here. There we go. Radio's on. Turn up just a bit. Produces a hum, what I would call a high impedance hum, right upon turning it on. Don't know what that hum is. Give me more than a hum though, come on. I don't know, do I want it to work? Do I not want it to work? Okay, volume up. Okay, what is it? What is going on here? Is it the volume control? No. No. Suspicious of this connection right down in here all this time. Nope. Some of these have the full 120 volts on them. You gotta be a little careful. Ooh, what's that? So there's a steel plate here and another one here, and they're screwed together right there. Did I not screw them tight enough? Is that what it is? I'm pretty sure I did. What's going on with it? Even as I do this. No, those are tight. It's coming and going. Ooh, this whole piece up here. High voltage plate. That did it. Stick. Poorly soldered right here. Right here. My own bad soldering. At least I'll take the blame for this one. The yellow one wasn't me. The yellow one was somebody in the factory. We better call up the factory and let them know they got a worker there who's missing some soldering. Plus, Mr. Inspector, I think it was number 7. Better call him up too. Tell him off. Oh, somebody at my door. Okay, here we go. And I gotta warn this radio. More and more, it looks to me like an object that would be nice to throw. So, do you hear that, radio? Do your thing now, or I may throw you. Oh, no knobs. No knobs. We have no knobs. No knobs on the volume control. We don't hear anything yet. Why so quiet again? A little frustration in my voice? Yeah, this is really frustrating. This is... just got quieter. I don't get it. I thought that might make a difference. Did not. It's quiet again. How many more problems can there be in here? That's what I get for sticking it all back in the cabinet without testing it. What an annoying thing. Leave it on. Can't leave it on and do that screw. That's too risky. Okay, might as well take out the last one. This is cracking up in here. Shouldn't grab it like that, that's for sure. Okay, powering up the radio again. The volume is set where? Volume is set. Should be fairly loud, but it's not. Pull this out, it's going to go loud, I'm going to jump and drop it. Power off. Power on. Full power. Full volume. What if I got to chase down this time? I fixed this twice already. Oh my gosh. Loose tube. Would not be the case. The detector tube, no, that proved to be good in the end. It was a bad tube test. Something I soldered that didn't actually get soldered. Can't imagine that. Once again, doesn't matter what you imagine. It's really right there. Jeepers, what happened there? So there's a terminal back here. This one here. The yellow wire is my wire soldered to here. And this is, they've taken a terminal coming off the side of the motor frame here and the speaker terminal, and they've squeezed them together and soldered them, and I think that has failed. I think that's the connection that's in trouble this time. It's another one of mine, sort of. So we're going to try soldering that back. Oh my God, I can't believe what I'm finding here. Jeepers creepers. Well, Difficulty here is knowing when you got it. Okay, that's now rock solid. Everything is soldered to everything. Okay. One more time. Should I put it back in the cabinet and gamble again? No. Let's see if it works. Volume down. Power on. 12 o'clock, noon. Time for lunch. I really want this to be the last day for this radio. Do you hear me, radio? Ha 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 ha! We have volume. I can't believe it. 3 faulty connections. Okay, I'm putting it back in the cabinet and giving it its last listening. Okay, this is officially the last time because it's going to work. I know it's going to work because I have my fingers crossed. In fact, I'm so certain it's going to work. Drum roll. Knobs. Gotta put the knobs on. Quick. Quick before it's too late. Oh, ho, 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 ho. We have volume. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. I hear a station. I hear it. I don't think the dial is anywhere near accurate, but there it is. You know what? Definitely. I'm ahead. I'm quitting. Well, thank you so much for coming along on this particular journey. If you've watched all these videos, wow. It took a lot to get to this point. Not a great radio, but a great look. Somebody's going to want to have this in their house. Mostly as a decoration, of course. Wow, what a journey. Okay. I'm calming myself down now and get back to doing some fun things, and who knows what's going to be on the bench next. Something easy. That's what I'm telling myself. So thanks a lot for watching, and see ya.